Right now in 10 News this morning, there's new information on the man who set his own home on fire during a standoff with police. What neighbors who knew him are revealing about his past.
We are dealing with morning clouds, but cooler temperatures are coming your way. I'll have your forecast heading into what's shaping up to be a pleasant weekend.
People across the country are gearing up for the Great American Solar Eclipse. We'll tell you some local places you can go today to start preparing now. If you haven't already, 10 News This Morning starts right now.
Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
Good morning to you on this Saturday. We're on top of all the news you need to start your day. I'm Jim Patton.
I'm Mary McKenzie. We are glad you are here as we plan for Monday and plan for the weekend as well. Mel's here, of course, with a check of weather.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about where not to go to see the solar eclipse, and the coast is probably not one of the best places because on Monday we're going to deal with what we're dealing with right now, these overcast skies. This is a live look here outside, and you can see our overcast skies here from our downtown sky cam. Right now, our current conditions, 69 degrees, winds coming out of the northwest at 3 miles per hour. Taking a look at our marine layer futurecast, you can see by 10 o'clock this morning it does start to push on out, and then come later on this afternoon makes its way back toward the coast. So the coast is going to see a mix of sun and clouds for your Saturday. Our coast day planner here, you can see we warm up to the mid 70s, so a pleasant afternoon. Our inland communities, of course, a little bit warmer. Our high today about 83 degrees. When I come back, we'll take a look at your 7-day. Mary?
All right, Melissa, thank you. We have new details on yesterday's standoff in Poway with an armed man who set his home on fire. At one point, deputies, you can see them here, had their guns drawn, pointed right at his house. 10 News reporter Emily Thode talked with his neighbors who say the man has a troubled past.
I feel sorry for the family.
As nightfall set, people who appear to live at the suburban home on Powers Road in Poway moving belongings out, surrounded by loved ones and the Red Cross.
They've been fighting, trying to straighten his life out.
They didn't want to say anything about the dramatic scene that unfolded hours earlier. Neighbors say a man in his 30s lives here with his mother and sister. Galen Henricks saw it all go down.
Around 10:30, I was working on my fence, and I heard yelling and screaming, and then I think he kicked the door. Well, you can see the door, it's a mess. And then he disappeared, and the police showed up.
Hours later,
My wife heard pop, 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 and I don't know what that was.
deputies say the man had a gun and was holed up, threatening to set the house on fire. This scene from Sky 10 says it all. Deputies crouched behind patrol cars, guns drawn, aimed at the home.
Then the fire started. It really got big in the back. That's where he brought him out from the back in handcuffs.
Henricks feels for his neighbors.
I just hope that he can get help. He needs help.
Sheriff's deputies still have not released the name of the man they arrested. In Poway, Emily Thode, 10 News.
Now to a crime alert. The search is on for these two guys. The pictures are a bit fuzzy, but see if you can tell who they are. They're accused of walking into a Kearney Mesa shop in the middle of the day and then riding away on a stolen bike. Police say they entered a store called Little Guy Trailers on Ronson Road last month and grabbed merchandise like shirts and a battery. After grabbing the items, one of the suspects casually walked out the front door. And this is how the other guy left. He hopped on a $1,500 electric bike and rode away. Crime Stoppers is offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to an arrest.
All right, we will turn to politics once again. Now the latest cast-off from the Trump administration is back to work at his old job this morning. Senior advisor Steve Bannon is back at Breitbart and talking to the New York Times today. Bannon is telling the Times that he thinks he could be more effective from the outside. He says from his Breitbart platform, he will take on what he calls House Democrats, White House, I should say, Democrats and Republican moderates, who he says are obstructing the president's agenda. He also says that the Trump presidency that we fought for and won is over. The White House said yesterday that Bannon resigned following a mutual agreement. And take a look at this picture of the Oval Office from January. Just two of these men remain on the federal payroll, President and the Vice President. Mel, you say President Trump is tweeting again.
Yeah, and Mary, he finally broke his silence about the former chief strategist Steve Bannon. He sent this tweet out this morning around 4:30 saying that he wants to thank Steve Bannon for his service. He came to the campaign during my run against crooked Hillary Clinton. It was great. And then the vice president piggybacked off of that statement, saying that Steve served POTUS Trump with distinction. I value his friendship and contributions. He ended by saying, thank you, Steve. Mary, Jim.
All right, Mel, thank you. We have new information. Police in Finland are now treating a stabbing that left 2 people dead and 6 people wounded as an act of terrorism. They say they believe the man acted alone when he stabbed 8 people in the Finnish city of Turku yesterday. He's been identified as an 18-year-old from Morocco. Witnesses say he was swinging a big knife and that the attacks happened in 2 different marketplaces that were close to each other. Police shot the suspect in the thigh and took him into custody.
Happening tomorrow, San Diegans holding a rally against hate in Hillcrest. It's also in response to the deadly car attack in Charlottesville. San Diego LGBT community and other social justice groups will gather at 4 p.m. at the Hillcrest Pride flag.
Happening today, you can learn everything you need to know about Monday's solar eclipse today. 5 libraries around San Diego County will host free workshops. Scientists from Scripps Institute of Oceanography will be there to talk about both the past and the future.
Workshops will focus on the history of how we've observed the eclipses in the past and the technology that allows us to learn more about our solar system and the universe.
Everyone who goes will get a free pair of eclipse glasses, and families can also build those pinhole cameras to help you view the rare sight. We've posted a full list of all the participating libraries at 10news.com. Just click on the red TV button. Jim?
Another crime alert here. Homeowners are sharing this video of a porch pirate stealing their packages right here, as you can see in broad daylight. There she goes. The woman grabs the package, makes a run for it. Amy Fago says that this happened Thursday at her Mount Helix home. She says the woman took the package, then ran up the hill and took off in a white car. This is just the latest in a long line of thieves and vandals caught on camera. More homeowners now taking action by putting up surveillance cameras.
With the holidays coming up and more packages are going to be coming, you feel frustrated, but you feel like excited that you actually have like video.
Amy filing a report with the Sheriff's Department. They say if this happens to you, you need to report the crime and provide a copy of the video before police can pursue the case. Happening tonight, another chance to become millions of dollars richer. The Powerball jackpot has gone up again, and nobody won it on Wednesday. That's why it's gone up. Jumped to $510 million, but so many people bought tickets right after the jackpot wasn't won that now it is up to $535 million. It is the 5th largest prize in Powerball history. Drawing is at 7:59 tonight, and you have until an hour beforehand to buy a ticket. We'll send the winning numbers right to your phone or tablet. Just download the free 10 News mobile app.
Happening today, a San Diego dad is heading back out to sea after a sailboat wreck almost killed him and his family. Incredible story.
Yeah, 10 News reporter Jessica Chen live from Harbor Island this morning to tell us about this voyage. Jessica, he's got some special reason for doing this.
That's right. It's a remarkable story. And in about an hour and a half, John Silverwood's closest family and friends will be meeting here where they will send him off. He will be departing from San Diego and he will make his travel over to Hawaii. Now, here's some video of John Silverwood when we caught him earlier this week. But today, more than a decade after a life-changing ordeal, he will be sailing from San Diego to Hawaii alone. He's calling this trip a redemption trip because 12 years ago, he nearly lost his life after a mast fell on him while he and his family were sailing in the South Pacific. His family aboard at the time frantically getting the attention of a jet plane who eventually rescued them. Now, it is truly a remarkable story. Again, in about an hour and a half, his family and friends meeting here, sending him off on his journey. At Harbor Island, Jessica Chen, 10 News.
And happening today, if you feel like some live entertainment, a little music, dancing, most importantly food, you may want to head down to Chula Vista.
Yeah, it is the 5th annual Harbor Fest celebration returning today. This year, there will be dozens of types of tacos. There will also be plenty of entertainment for the kids, including arts and crafts and kayaking. Harbor Fest is free, runs from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Bayside Park.